Buenos días, bienvenido a su programa Entre Todo, domingo 11 horas, martes 2 de la tarde. Hoy desde el Latin September Festival 2016, desde Sandon Park. Veamos las imágenes.
To the Honourable Julian Hill, MP Federal Member for Bruce. Thank you.
Buenas tardes y bienvenidos. Sad to say that's my only Spanish today. I was going to get some more tips from my daughter who is studying Spanish at university, but she's at a funeral, so that was my preparation. Can I acknowledge also the traditional owners of the land on which we're meeting, the Wurundjeri and Bunurong people? Pay my respects to their elders. I'd like to just pay a special acknowledgement though to Juan Romero, El Presidente. I remember the phone call that I received some time ago now. Juan was quite distressed, telling me of the untimely and tragic death of Alex Gonzalez and how he was being prevailed upon by the community to step up and take the leadership role. And he was a little unsure, and many of us encouraged him and said his skills as a doctor and people skills, his experience as a business person, and his passion for community and community leadership would serve him and this festival well, and it has done so. So thank you and well done, Juan, for your work in putting on today. To the other distinguished guests who've been acknowledged, in the interest of my 3 minutes, I won't go through them again, but thank you for being here. Look, very briefly, I'm delighted to add my voice as the representative in the Australian Parliament of this area of congratulations and welcome. I'm privileged to represent one of the most multicultural areas in Australia and indeed the whole world when you have a look at the richness of our community where more than 50% of people were born in another country. It is incredible. And of course the Latin American communities are such a vibrant part of that. Great food, good company, a celebration of culture is part of what today is about, acknowledging the Chilean and other national days of course. But also it's a chance at a national level to remember and reflect on the growing links between and commonalities between Latin America and Australia. And I travelled last year in a professional capacity leading a business and trade missions to Chile and Colombia and Peru and Brazil. And I feel that too often Latin America looks north to North America and Australia at times looks to Asia and Europe, and we forget to look across the Pacific and realise and remember what we have in common. Great economic opportunities, a love of peace and prosperity, environmental joys and challenges, but also a love of life. And I remember my 6 weeks at Rio Carnival in Brazil I don't remember all of it actually, but it was good fun. Disfruten todos. Congratulations to the volunteers and thank you for having me. I wish everyone a good day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honourable Julian Hill. Thank you. Next up, we have the lovely Mrs. Inga Peluche. Thank you. She is the MLC on behalf of the Honourable Matthew Guy.
Thank you very much for the opportunity of joining you for what will no doubt be another amazing festival, which I've had the pleasure of attending and supporting over many years. But I know that there is a new team that must be congratulated, and no doubt it will build on the strengths of, that have been established by Miguel Santana and his team. And I'd like to congratulate you on taking over the responsibility of your festival committee and wish you all the very best of luck. I understand that there are no old-timers on your committee, but no doubt many of them will be keeping a very watchful eye and helping you along the way. But the contributions of so many to make this festival a success should always be acknowledged because it means that we can celebrate together the richness of the Latin American community, Chilean culture, Latin American music, all that enriches us as a multicultural community that I, as the Shadow Minister for Multicultural Affairs, and certainly on behalf of the Coalition, have the great privilege of attending, celebrating, in most instances celebrating, sometimes mourning when there are tragic events, but sharing the highs and the lows and the contributions of our multicultural communities. I would like to acknowledge in particular the Consular Corps. The Consular Corps does a great job in promoting friendship and goodwill between our nations. previous consular calls, the ongoing ones, and Julian Hill, the federal member for Bruce, has mentioned some of the initiatives that have come out of those relationships. And this is where it comes out of, because your consular corps is working closely with you, with here, and of course with your own governments, and it means that we can actually bring forward some of those initiatives, whether it's in the area of business or education or cultural exchange. And could I just thank a number of them here. Of course, we've heard from Mr. Gabriel Maldonado, the Consul General of Chile. We also have Juan Carlos Gaffo Acaveda, who's at everything, the Consul General for Spain. We have Ernesto Duana, who's the Consul General of Ecuador. El Salvador, I knew it started with an E. And his beautiful wife, Irebe, I think. Marie Delora, beautiful quote. Marie, loved it. We do have, and it was great to hear that Chile will give their diaspora a vote next year in November. But in the meantime, you have a vote here in Victoria, and it's called the local government elections. And a standout in the local government elections is your only Chilean currently elected at any level, and that's my very good friend, Councillor Susan Surrey from the city of Casey, there is no stronger promoter of the Chilean culture than Susan. So much so that she dragged me into the home of Jonathan Villalobos and his family to teach me how to do the cueca. And can I say, the Villalobos family does an amazing job. They and their children and all of those that they have, that they teach. Of course, the wonderful dance of Latin America, not only, of course, to Latin Americans, but to many friends and supporters outside that. Thank you for all that you do. It was great to see you receive that award. I would like to acknowledge the other councillors here, Councillor Mayor and Mayor of City of Greater Dandenong, Hang Tek. Now, let me just say, there's a long list. We have Councillor Angela Long, Councillor Ros Blades, Councillor Maria Sempi, Councillor Brown, Councillor Yuhorn Chia. I have mentioned Councillor Saray. No doubt there are other candidates, like my very good friend Tim Dark, who's around here, also throwing his hat in the ring. And I have mentioned previously Mr. Miguel Santana. Of course, Telmo needs no mention. Telmo does an amazing amount of work with our multicultural communities, and he has never scored. He has always been bipartisan, of course, in this area, because we know it is so important to have a strong, united front when it comes to multicultural affairs, because this is what Australia is about. Australia has opened its doors to all of us from so many parts of the world where we haven't had peace. We haven't had the good fortune that we can actually pursue here. Like many of you, I came here as a 10-year-old with my mother and father, 4 suitcases, no money, no English, and I've now had the opportunity of serving in the Victorian Parliament for 20 years. I want to see more people from multicultural backgrounds in our parliaments, in Victoria, in the federal parliament, and I certainly look forward to Susan Saray one day being probably your first Chilean to be elected to the parliament. Now, not to be outdone by all of those who spoke Spanish, Susan has been trying to tutor me, so bear with me, it's only very brief. Buenas tardes, soy Inga Peldich, Ministra de Asuntos Multiculturales de la Coalición, y estoy muy contenta de estar aquí hoy celebrando el FIS de la independencia de Chile con todos ustedes. Noting that my time is up, let me conclude by congratulating everyone and wishing everyone a happy Independence Day, all of those countries who mentioned before. Salud y viva Chile y Latin America. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Inga Peluche. Mrs. Inga Peluche, thank you.
Danza negra, danza ancestral, danza negra, baile, tambor y ritual, africano sonido, arrancado y herido, piel, sangre y esclavitud, de la costa africana oriental, Mozambique, del Atlántico
El grupo de habla hispana de Radio 3 Triple Z te invita a participar en Radiotón 2016, domingo 2 a domingo 16 de octubre. Ayuda a tu radio a mantener los programas que ofrece todos los días de la semana. Donaciones de $20 o más entran al sorteo de gran premios. También invitamos a los negocios a hacer donaciones de $100 o más y podrán recibir anuncios de promoción. Apoya a tu radio. Haz tu donación a 3 Triple Z, Radiotón 2016. Para más información o donaciones directas, visita 3ZZZ.com.au o llama al estudio al 9415-1923.
92.3 FM.
El mejor lugar para sus eventos y funciones, Club Italia de Sancha.
Okay, so next up we have Councillor Hank Tak, and he is the Mayor of the City. Greater Councillor.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the kind introduction. I thought with the 3 minutes, but I will try my very best to squeeze everything in. Firstly, before we begin, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owner of this land and pay my respect to their elders, both past and present. Como esta. Thank you. Also would like to acknowledge all the distinguished guests who are here, my fellow councillors from the city of Greater Dandenong, councillor from neighboring city, to Dr. Juan Romero, the president of the September Latin Festival, to Honorable Telmo Linguilla, thank you very much, and to my friend, now the federal member Julian Hill, to Ms. Inga Palic, upper house member and representing the Honorable Matthew Guide, and to all the representatives from the consulates here in Melbourne. As mayor of the city of Greater Dandenong, it is great to see the Latin Festival here celebrate the many culture with our city of Greater Dandenong with more than 150 nationalities. I think the only part that I maybe should include in the speech is that Council has a long affiliation with this festival and having support for many years, and we are proud again to support this celebration, the Chilean Latin's American culture. This year, Council has committed 20,000 to this event, and we're looking forward to, thank you. Because this city is pride of our cultural diversity, and we have a calendar full of cultural celebration, but this is one of the biggest and more colorful events in the city of Greater Dandenong. Thank you. No need to mention all the stalls, all the food. We can all try just a little bit later. But lastly, congratulations to the organizer, to Dr. Juan, and wish you all the very best weekend celebration. Mucha gracia.
Thank you so much, Councillor Hang Tak. Thank you. Okay, so we have Dr. Juan Romero. Where are you?
Once again,
just
to say a few words to close our ceremony. Thank you.
Just to close.
Esta vez viene en castellano, ya que hablaron castellano mucho. Muchas gracias, Telmo. No preparé nada la segunda vez, así como la primera. Otra vez le doy las gracias a todos ustedes por estar acá y ser parte de esto. Y queremos que crezcamos juntos. Un epicentro chileno cuando empezamos y colores múltiples, así como vamos. Que lo pasen muy bien. Gracias.
Thank you, Dr. Juan Romero, President of the September Latin Festival. And now we would like to invite Campolindo, who will be performing 3 cuecas for the crowd. So we want to see everybody doing the cueca for us. And while everybody is dancing and dancing cueca, we also like to invite the PRP guests to dance. And at the same time, to go back to the
llámame la flor marchita. Ay, más que el viento la deshojó. Ay, no me llame por a la vuelta. Dime cómo te llamas para escribirte. Yo me llamo bonito, morena, para servirte. Dime cómo te llamas, morena, para vuelta. Para servirte, ay sí. Rosa, rosada, que no hay rosa en el mundo que no muera deshojada. Se deshoja la rosa, hoja por hoja.
El grupo de habla hispana de Radio 3 Triple Z te invita a participar en Radiotón 2016, domingo 2 a domingo 16 de octubre. Ayuda a tu radio a mantener los programas que ofrece todos los días de la semana. Donaciones de $20 o más entran al sorteo de gran premios. También invitamos a los negocios a hacer donaciones de $100 o más y podrán recibir anuncios de promoción. Apoya a tu radio. Haz tu donación a 3 Triple Z, Radiotón 2016. Para más información o donaciones directas, visita 3ZZZ.com.au o llama al estudio al 9415-1923.
92.3 FM.
El mejor lugar para sus eventos y funciones, Club Italia de Sánchez.
Cantándole al mundo entero, cantándose vivo, corazón de los chilenos, sí, que están llorando, cantándose vivo, cantándose vivo, porque ya no está cantando, calma, voz y guitarra, violeta barra.
Welcome to Club Italia once again. Tonight we are celebrating Campagna night. And for those of you that don't know where Campagna is, the best place to realise is Napoli. Napoli and Sorrento, beautiful places in Campagna. We have 310 people here tonight, and we've been fortunate enough to be sponsored by Corplex. Corplex is a wonderful company. It belongs to one of our members, and they always sponsor the Campagna night every year. So we're very thankful to Corplex, very thankful to the people that have come to enjoy themselves. Our next function will be on November 5. We're having a Trieste night on November 5. So please, if you wanted to come, please ring Club Italia or myself, and they will put you through. Now also, I am running for council. That's the Brimbank City Council, and I'm running in the Taylors Ward. The Taylors Ward is Taylors Lakes, Delahaye, Sydenham, and Keilor Downs, where I live. So I urge you, if you haven't voted yet, and if you want a good community candidate, please vote one for Margaret Giudice. Thank you.
Hemos llegado al final de su programa Entre Todos. La invitación es para que nos sintonice domingo 11 horas, martes 2 de la tarde. También los invitamos para el 19 de noviembre en el Club Italiano de Sunshine, porque celebramos 23 años Antena Hispana sirviendo a la comunidad. Gracias.